Hi, my name is Craig Smith, and I'm the founder of Trinity Insight. And today we're going to talk about constructing your conversion roadmap, a deep dive into principles and tactics that you can embrace to help grow your conversion in your online business. Looking to, present topics on kind of a, I would say, beginner to intermediate level of knowledge. So if you're an expert in conversion already, this probably isn't for you, but if you're just starting out, if you're just starting to get some momentum with making your website more efficient, I think you'll get some interesting tips and tricks to help grow your business and drive revenue. You know, what we're going to talk about today is really a deep dive into these things right here. We're going to go into the fundamentals, talk about data and research, look at optimization tactics, and then wrap up with some final thoughts and about a 10 to 15 minute presentation. My goal for today is to really make sure you become smarter about conversion rate optimization, that in this 15 minutes with some focus, you're going to get some clear takeaways that you can start executing tomorrow to improve your website. We're going to focus in on business and technology concepts because the two are very heavily intertwined in conversion optimization. You need a technology system to execute, but you also need the business acumen to understand the impact to revenue and profit metrics. We're going to talk about some tools and some resources that are online to help you in your journey while providing a sequence for execution that's hopefully pretty simple and easy to embrace. Why is conversion optimization so paramount? I get this question a lot, and it's really the fastest way to grow online. Unlike SEO and other aspects that may be out of your control, like Google, it's about making your website more efficient, things that you can do within your business to get growth and to drive more customers. And one of the best parts about it is that little wins equal big dollars. And we'll show some examples, retail examples of how this works. There's three components of conversion optimization that we should talk about today. Usability, how easy is your site to navigate and to order or to become a lead or contact the brand. Your pricing, as well as the performance. All three of these, especially in e-commerce, are very heavily intertwined and need to be evaluated. Getting started in your conversion optimization program, there's really three things you need. The first is an accurate data set. Using a system like Google Analytics or similar, you need to make sure you have accurate data, because without that data integrity, we really can't do anything. You can't really make inferences and get intelligence into your site performance until your analytics are accurate. Next, you need a testing platform, something that's going to work to deliver your multivariate, your split tests, and also your segmentation treatments around new sessions, returning visitors, and those sorts of things. Lastly, you're going to need resources that are fluent with design and technology. Preferred is JavaScript, since JavaScript is really the main technology that many of these testing systems are running on. The first place you're going to look is with your data integrity, and what you're looking to achieve here is to get an understanding to make sure that your data is accurate, that your analytics have integrity and truth. And to be honest, in talking to a lot of brands and retailers, this is something that's not focused on. So I asked the question, when was the last time you reviewed your data? And typically 50% of our clients have analytical gaps when starting with us. Maybe their data in e-commerce isn't correct, or mobile, site search, and again, you cannot do conversion optimization without a 100% accurate data set and an analytics and testing system that talk. Now, how do you ensure good data? You really want to audit your platform layers, make sure that you're passing parameters within your subdomains and other related domains, that you're using the newest scripts, which is Google Universal, and provides great new technology to help with omni-channel attribution and other challenges that brand marketers are facing today. Now you got data. At this point, now what's next in the conversion optimization journey? Well, here you're going to crunch some numbers. You're going to look for the squeaky parts of the wheel and construct an ROI model that's based around micro conversion rates. By tying in average order volume data, you can isolate monthly and annualized return from your program. And here's a retail example from what we're talking about, constructing a progression model. What's it worth to get more people down the conversion path? And this retail example, the retailer here had 156,000 product views monthly. We were able to impact the product page progression rate from 14.81 to 16.81. And what this drove on an annualized basis is a net income gain of $652,000. So hence, again, big revenue gain by only a 2% growth on a cart progression rate on a product page. Now, after you have the data and you've isolated where in your site you're not performing, you then want to incorporate primary research because analytics will tell you what's happening, doesn't tell you why it's happening. And this function is often neglected by both small brands and large brands alike. And lastly, your customers deserve to be heard and analyzed, and research methods here are going to help make that into a reality. The first thing you want to do is conduct user tests. You can do them online, you can do them live in your office with a moderator, and really the goal is presenting shopping and navigational scenarios to customers and non-customers alike to see how they go through and see if you can identify patterns into aspects of your website that are tripping people up. And again, the whole goal here is to uncover key issues and barriers that exist, the primary research telling you what's happening and kind of validating it with what the analytics data is telling you. Another tactic that works really well in the e-commerce category is card sorting. This is a way where you ask people questions and to categorize products into certain silos, and it's helpful in in understanding how users visualize category structures and when you're constructing your taxonomy and trying to identify where should we put product. The process is fairly simple. It's showing pictures of items to subjects and asking them what category they would populate the items in. Now that you have data and you have some research, it's time to start your new designs. You want to make changes into your design, both functional and aesthetic, as both are important for conversion. You want to create multiple variations and also zones for testing so you can run A/B split tests, ABC tests, as well as multivariate tests. With again, the key goal is making your process easier. Design considerations to embrace is what's above the fold in the control version, what is above the fold in the new version. How easy was it to shop in the old version? How easy is it to shop in the new version? What are possible friction areas that exist in both desktop and mobile? And again, how does it correlate with the design? Crucial spots of tests that need to be considered when you're executing your tests should be your header and your footer, your product page, and your transactional funnel. All of these aspects are a good way to spend the first quarter of your testing effort. When it's time to test, you need to determine if split or multivariate testing is needed. If you're just starting out, we would recommend split tests. You want to make sure you have enough traffic and make sure you have the proper integrations are set, basically that your testing system and your analytics system can communicate. All of your new concepts need to launch concurrently, and please be patient as you need statistical validity to make sure that the math holds that you can get a clear winner. After you get that winner, now what's the next step? At this point, you have a decision to make. Do you hard code your new winning version, or do you keep testing that page? And really, the solution is in the cloud. Cloud delivery is a new tactic that retailers have embraced over the last few years. It enables brands to be more agile, say testing multiple iterations of a page, one right after another, without having to hard code the new variations into their platform, but yet still get the economic benefits from the new design. It's really a way to streamline your efficiency and ideal when you're using a third-party platform such as Magento, Demandware, or even something like WordPress. If you're an e-commerce retailer, don't forget about price, as it's a key aspect in the conversion equation. Web users know how to find the price leaders, and the greatest usability in the world will not beat competitive pricing. The key is getting intelligence. What we did at Trinity was to build solutions around Google APIs as well as manual crawling to help map out pricing and incorporate category matching in data feeds so we can really see what products we're overpriced on and which ones we're underpriced on. You also want to think about performance and speed with your conversion optimization efforts. You want to diagnose issues and reduce HTTP calls, use a content delivery network, and be sure to use a tag management tool. Something like Google Tag Manager would work great, and it's free, which is going to help reduce the amount of JavaScript that your page is going to have to load. This isn't going to only help your conversion rate and your speed, it's going to also help your SEO rankings as well. Two great websites to use to diagnose where your speed is doing well and where it's not doing well is gtmetrics.com and webpagetest.org. As mentioned before, you want to construct for mobile. 20% of our traffic is coming from mobile. I mean, that's pretty low for a B2B environment, but I'm pretty certain it's higher in your space. Go responsive, design for designs, and make your emails responsive as well. Final takeaways. It all starts with your data. Make sure it's right. Audit your analytics system. That way you can construct progression analysis and know that you have integrity in what you're seeing in the data. Do your user research to support that analysis, And then move forward with your testing program. Use the cloud, deliver your alternative designs, and monitor the impact, the economic impact you see within your store or brand. And lastly, don't forget about the 2 P's, price and performance, as they make a big factor in the conversion optimization equation. Thanks so much for tuning in today. We really appreciate it. If you have any questions about conversion optimization or want to talk about your brand and have a site review, please email me at csmith@trinityinsight.com. Have a great rest of the day.